This is our second winter doing what's called the deep litter method. Instead of cleaning out the coop, you allow the bedding to accumulate and decompose all throughout the winter. And then you can in turn use the decomposed coop bedding as mulch or as compost. This process is supposed to help keep the coop warmer as well. Because we have about 50 birds in here, it has been staying significantly warmer compared to last winter at least. And last winter we had only about 20 birds in here, and to be honest, I'm not sure if the bedding decomposed fast enough to actually make a difference in terms of warmth. But this year we've been keeping an eye here on the thermostat, and I've noticed it has been staying significantly warmer in here. So about every day we'll go through and use the pitchforks and turn the bedding over very lightly, just the top layer. And especially where it's wet, the ducks tend to be very wet creatures. The process of turning over the bedding and adding new bedding tends to happen a bit more frequently than if we just had chickens.
We use pine bedding and we use straw. And we do straw probably 2 out of 3 times, and then we do a layer of pine every third or so time that we put a new layer on top. And it really helps keep it dry in here, brings the humidity down. The birds love it. They go crazy for it.
Yeah, we've noticed that the pine shavings are the best thing to use for if it gets too smelly. The pine shavings really help eliminate that, and it helps with the breakdown process as well. Pine shavings break down faster than straw. In the spring, we dig out all of this and we use it for our compost, or we put it in our garden beds as walking paths, and we also use it to suppress weeds. This year, we plan on planting in the hoop house, right?
Yeah, after we take all of this out and use it where we just said we'll use it, my goal this year, fingers crossed, is that we can plant some stuff in here that normally wouldn't do as well in this area. So maybe some chickpeas and sweet potatoes, things like that. We'll see. Some of those longer squashes and pumpkins maybe. Yeah. Who knows? We'll see.
It's a pretty circular process.
Mm-hmm.
This is their winter area, and once we're done using the bedding here in the winter, we dig it all out and we make use of it for the rest of the season.
Yep. Yeah, since it wouldn't be in use in the winter anyway, the birds make great use of it. The barn is way too drafty and dark, so at least in here they get every single bit of daylight that's available to them, and that's really nice.
And in the spring, we might not be moving them back into the barn. We're planning on building a mobile coop that we can just keep them out in the pasture all the time.
Yeah.
Stay tuned for that. We'll see.
Yep.